Senator Joe Manchin is apparently going to be participating in a forum in New Hampshire that is historically a place that prospective presidential candidates take part. And this is, of course, continuing to fuel speculation that he might launch some sort of third-party bid for the presidency in 2024. This is the New England Council and the New Hampshire Institute of Politics Politics and Eggs series on January 12th. Half of that sounds good. I do enjoy scrambled eggs. Joe Manchin being there would ruin it though. The announcement gives a nod to the nonprofit political organization called Americans Together that Manchin recently founded with his daughter, former pharmaceutical executive Heather Manchin, to promote centrist policies and quote, stand against extremism in politics, according to its newly launched website. So they are against extremism in politics. Notably, historically, not against extremism in pricing, because I will remind you that if you don't remember his daughter, she was the president and chief executive officer of Mylan, a pharmaceutical company that specialized in generic drugs. They raised the price of a 2-pack of EpiPen from around $124 in 2009 to $609 in 2016. And now that organization that they co-sponsored or co-set up plans to spend $100 million in this election. How did they generate that money? Probably by overpricing on EpiPen, if I had to guess. But anyway, that's Joe Manchin. Now, I know what you're thinking. If he ran, then he might serve as a spoiler and ruin this whole thing, but he wants to reassure you that that's not the case.
Would you run to be a spoiler? I mean, would you
never be a spoiler? I would never run to be a spoiler.
Only to win if you ran.
That's exactly. If I'm running, I'm winning.
Yeah. So then, but it's gonna be hard. It's a third party.
Everything's hard. I've never had.
Not hard. Almost impossible. Almost impossible to run to win as a third party.
Let's just say hard. We've never had a situation like we are right now.
Yeah. No, it's impossible. You literally have zero chance. Like, any one of us has a better chance of running and winning as a third party candidate. He has no chance whatsoever. He knows that. And by the way, and I really mean that, he knows that, so I don't expect that he will run hoping to win. But that doesn't mean that he won't run. There are other reasons that he might run. He might try to exact something from Joe Biden perhaps, or from the Democrats. I don't know for sure. Woz, what do you think of these recent moves by Senator Manchin?
It's obviously a stab in the back to his fellow colleague, Joe Biden. And it feels like just an extortion attempt essentially to get Joe Biden to ensure that he quote unquote moderates his platform, which for Joe Manchin just means lining the pockets of American executives and the moneyed class of this country. That's it. However, I think we're kind of overrating this guy's ability to spoil anything. This no labels class of politician has no constituency. Nobody cares about this. Like, what are they moderating? By the way, what message do the Democrats, some far left-wing stuff that needs to be moderated? Like, I don't know, that kids shouldn't starve in schools, or maybe people should get some relief for the student loans that they have to incur in order to go to college. Like, like healthcare for people? Like, what are these extreme beliefs that this guy is raging against, particularly on the left? They don't exist. Now, if he was really wanted to play a spoiler, he could do a lot of this culture war stuff that I think the average voter might be like, man, that stuff goes a little bit far. The average voter might be a little bit further to the right than some of the most quote unquote extreme Democrats on some of these social issues. But when it comes to the nuts and bolts, the stuff that Joe Manchin has thrown his body in front of whenever the Dems were trying to do something, it was to line the pockets of his betters. So if that's all this campaign is gonna be for, he's not gonna have a constituency for that.
Okay, so you're not worried, Helen? What do you think?
Joe Manchin has, for so many years, felt like, when you get almost all of your poop out, but there's that one piece of poop that stubborn piece of poop that you can't get that little nugget out. That's Joe Manchin to me. He's that one poop nugget that just, come on, get out. That's to me Joe Manchin. He's just that little poop nugget that just stuck in there. And yeah, so he is just annoying and stinky and like just a waste of toilet paper. And also, I do think, Woz, to your point, the thing that he is railing against, the Democratic wild Democratic extreme views, is that EpiPens are less than $600. Let's get the EpiPens back to $600 where they should be, so we can get the money from those stupid diabetics, those dumbass diabetics. We need that dumbass diabetic money to do whatever the hell we're doing, and also stock up on toilet paper because I can't.
I never knew Joe Manchin could give you a hemorrhoid. This is news to me. This is a new
He's hemorrhoiding. That should be his. It's Joe Hemorrhoids Manchin.
I know a lot of you.
I like, honestly, I think if this guy, in all seriousness, if this guy tries to make the case for the things that he's gung-ho about policy-wise to American people, he would be laughed out of the room, honestly.
Yeah. I just want to quickly double down on what one of you said, and it's about Manchin being poop. No, I'm kidding. Although I do think that to save American democracy, I think it needs more fiber. But anyway, no, I agree with you, Woz, about the labels that get applied to people like Joe Manchin. I'm not gonna go on my whole diatribe about the words moderate and centrist again. I will only say that I look forward to a day when a reporter posts a tweet or a video where they use the term centrist or moderate, that they're flooded with people saying, define moderate, define centrist. Why are you using the terms that don't mean anything like what they should reasonably mean, but are just, they're PR for corporatist Democrats and Republicans? Thankfully, we had a lower third and moderate was in quotation marks, but that's not how they use it. They just say he's a centrist, as if everything in politics can be mapped out along a continuum, and the crazy Dems are over there and the crazy Republicans are over there. But his moderate positions agree with the vast majority of the establishment politicians on both sides. So they're just doing such a willful disservice to their viewers and readers, and I'm sick of it.
Thanks for watching. If you become a member, you get to watch all this ad-free, except for, of course, this ad. Still, hit the join button below.